Hey guys, I'm Nicola.
I'm Hugh.
And we just wanted to say just a really big thank you to everybody that left comments on our pregnancy announcement. So on YouTube and then across social media we had thousands and thousands of comments, and I did not expect that at all.
Thank you guys so much. All the comments really help us, and it was like so much.
So many.
Yeah, so many than what we expected.
Yeah.
And it was really great.
I was just so overwhelmed at how happy people were for us. Like, people were saying, like, they were crying, they were so happy for us, especially people that followed us for years. And because when we put the announcement up, like, we still were so busy that day, so I had to practice this speech that I was doing at an event the next day. So I was like, okay, I'll put it up, I'll just practice my speech, go to bed, gotta get up early, gotta go do this stuff. And then I was just like it was just over. I had to like turn stuff off because I was like, oh no, I have to do this other stuff first. So I felt really bad that I couldn't be right there responding to everybody as they were coming in. So I thought maybe we could make this video and say thank you and also answer some questions that people had. So I saw some people were asking how our parents responded to this. So how did your parents respond when they
were so happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah.
And my mom, of course, she almost cried, and
then your sister was crying.
Yeah, she was actually crying. What? And I asked her, like, why are you crying? Because I'm so happy. I'm going to be emo.
Yeah. Gonna be emo.
So happy. Yeah.
Yeah, and my parents are very happy because actually for both sides of our family this is the first grandchild. So you only have one sister, so you have some pressure on you, but I have 3 other siblings that are not married and not anywhere near having kids, so all the pressure is on me. So thanks guys for that. And of course, as we mentioned before, it was very hard for us to get pregnant. We had to have a lot of help to get pregnant, so it was not something that was definitely going to happen. So then for it to happen, like, my parents were so happy. And because we announced it publicly, finally, they can now talk in their, community and at church and everything like that about this. So I think they're very happy.
And lots of my friends just call me, and then
your phone was ringing off the hook.
And then like, congratulations, I can't believe it. And every time I say this to my friends, and wow, that's amazing, like really happy for me. Just like
the feeling, the loving feeling that we've received, and the support that we've got from people as well. Yeah.
And I was like really, I don't know, every time I saw the comments like keep coming, I think over like even my personal Facebook,
I was overwhelmed as well.
Over 200 comments, like people, like some people I haven't talked for like years and years, and then they comment congratulations, and all the comments made me like, I'm really going to be father, and then I'm really happy person. Like so many people celebrate
celebrating
like,
with us.
Celebrating with us. Like, it's
Yeah.
a really amazing feeling.
Yeah. Another question people had was, what about names? Are we giving them Korean and English name? Like, what are we doing?
We have a Korean name, but it sounds similar to English. And
It's okay in English, yeah.
Yeah, easy to call
Yeah.
in English.
So we've been having conversations about this, and it is hard because you want to, if you have both an English, even if you have both an English and Korean name, you still need to make sure that the relatives on either side can say it. And there's a lot of Korean names that are very difficult for people to say. Even if you speak Korean well, it can be difficult. So then when you've got, you know, extended family and they can't say this kid's name, then that's a problem. And then in English, for Koreans, there's a lot of sounds that Koreans can't say. So we have to think, we either have, like, you know, English and Korean name, or we just have one name that works in both. So obviously we're not revealing anything at the moment, but there's some options on the table. I also noticed there's a few comments where people are like, oh, I thought you were pregnant because you looked bigger in this video. Like, I wasn't pregnant at that time. Like, that was from hormones and going through all the treatments and everything like that. If you see videos from before and be like, yeah, I can see Nichola was pregnant, I wasn't pregnant there. And if somebody had asked me if I was pregnant, I would be very upset at that time because of what we were going through. So yeah, don't sometimes you just really bloated from a bunch of hormone treatments.
She had a really hard time. Yeah.
But worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Also, it's definitely not twins. I think a few people asked that as well. So because we knew so early, we knew that it wasn't twins. There was a higher chance technically of having twins when you go through these infertility treatments. Of course, there can be a higher chance of twins, but we knew from the beginning that it wasn't going to be twins. Speaking of twins though, because one of my friends back home wanted me to have twins because she has twin boys, and she was told they were not identical twins. And then as, you know, the years went by, I think they're 3 now maybe, people were like, I think your twins are identical. She's like, no, you just can't tell them apart. How bad, like, you know. And then she had a DNA test and found out they were identical. And then my brother asked her, so which one's the evil twin? And she said both of them. So I am very happy actually that I'm not having twins, but how do you feel?
It's I don't know, like, either way is okay, but 2 would be amazing.
I feel like it's always the father that wants the twins.
Maybe. Because we are not giving birth.
Yeah, you're not carrying 2 babies in you.
But I'm happy with 1.
Or breastfeeding twins. Have you thought about that?
Oh my gosh.
I also had a lot of women contact me who have endometriosis as well, or other problems similar to that. So thank you so much for commenting me. Like, I really appreciate you sharing your stories with me. And a lot of people said that because I've talked about this and I've been open with it, and they're struggling with infertility, but like seeing us and now that I'm pregnant gives them hope for themselves as well, because it can be very discouraging being told maybe you'll never be able to have kids, and you don't know, and going through the process of not knowing is so difficult, because you don't know how to plan your life, you don't know what you sort of should be doing, and it is very, very stressful for women. So if I can at least give you a little bit of hope or some type of comfort in some way, then I'm glad that I can do that. Okay, so what type of father do you think you were going to be?
Great father.
A great father.
I think you're very friendly, and
you're gonna completely spoil the kids, and then I will be the bad one.
I just want to spend lots of time with my kid. I'm planning to actually filming with my kid. I do like because I never change the nappy. So you're gonna film changing a nappy? Something like that, and how to make the baby food or something.
Oh, you're gonna do like tutorial?
Yeah, something like that. I just learn how to do it. Of course, I need to check the on the internet, but I just check and then how to make and all the kind of kid stuff what father does, and then go to the mom's, what is it called, like the
kids cafe or
the community or something, and I go with my baby and I just learn something from them. And actually I ordered this book. It's like a huge
encyclopedia.
Yeah, so
you think it's so big you just hurt yourself.
It's really big. So it shows everything about like when the woman is pregnant,
pregnancy and then baby,
and then what we need to protect from, and so many things.
And this is all in Korean, so this one's not for me, this is for you, because all I can do is look at the pictures in this one because the Korean is so high level for me.
Yeah, it's just so good and so many information.
Do you like this one here, the poop pictures here?
Ew.
What poop might look like.
This one is really ew, but
you need
I mean,
to know.
what can I do? I have to deal with this. So I've learned things from here, and then and then how to make baby food here.
Yeah,
like, this is pretty good. So I will learn how to do this.
Yeah,
and I will share it with you guys.
Yeah, so how Hugh makes baby food, a tutorial.
My baby will be strong, baby.
You're
Sparta. Sparta, baby.
You're actually already like really good with Alice. Like when she comes in, she's like Hugh Samchan, and you were so good like playing with her. Well, usually I'm talking to Sophie more, so she likes playing with you the most. And we've also seen how much Gyo will cry when he's cranky as well. So we've already had a lot of experience with kids and babies, and I know it's so much more when you actually have kids yourself. But we're not going to be shocked when we see how a baby can scream and scream and scream. And you are going to actually, I think we're actually going to put you to the test, and you're going to change Gyo's, we say nappy in Australia, but diaper in America. Your first time ever, right? I've changed lots before, but you have never done it. So I think that can be a fun video of like, you can learn how to do it. There's a method to doing it really quickly.
And another thing, I talked to some of my friends who has a kid, and lots of them gave me like advice that spend every moment, single moment with baby, because time goes so fast. So I'm trying to spend lots of my time with baby, a lot of time, and also of course with Nicola as well. But yeah, I just don't wanna just go to work and then not seeing my kids for like, you know, like.
And that's part of the reason why we set up the type of lifestyle that we have, where we're more freelance with things and can manage our time in that way.
And actually, I talked to some of my friends the other night on the phone, and then lots of my friends didn't really have time to spend with their wife when they were pregnant, because they were at work, so they didn't even see the proper ultrasound thing.
Go in and see the ultrasound.
Only saw the pictures and that kind of thing. But I go to the hospital all the time with Nicola and see every single thing. And I said, when I knew you are pregnant, I cried actually. And then when I heard the heartbeat, I cried. And then when I saw the baby moving, I cried. And everyone said like, what? Why you cry? Like, because it's an amazing thing. Why you are not crying?
And when people haven't experienced infertility problems, like for so many of your friends, they get married and then they have a baby right away. Like she'll get pregnant 2 months later. Like they don't understand the heartbreak of like going through all these treatments, going through it all, and then being told, you know, maybe you won't be able to have kids. And then to have that finally happen, we just appreciate it so much more, because we know what the other side can be of like, maybe this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, I think crying is not shame or something.
The problem is you're from Gyeongsang.
Gangsta.
Yeah, like
man.
There is a stereotype of men from
so we
your
cry
area.
only 3 times. When you were born, and when your parents die, and one
You can't remember. You can't remember what the other one is.
But only 3 times
in your life.
But that's bullshit. You cry, men cry all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's good to show your emotions and don't hide. Don't need to hide about these things. I mean, if you cry, it doesn't mean you are not man.
Yeah.
What kind of law is like that? What kind of series like that? It doesn't make sense. Show your feeling, emotions.
Yes.
I think that's really important.
Yes, I want to stop and say Hugh is very much a feminist and is on a crusade to fight against toxic masculinity. So he has strong feelings about this type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, why not? I mean, I cry when I watch it the Disney movie sometimes. Yeah, so it's not shame.
Yeah, and you are much more healthy emotionally because of it.
Yeah, and I will teach my kids, don't worry about these things.
You can cry.
Emotion. If you wanna cry, it's okay. There's not such things like girls things or boys things. Yeah. It's or same.
Alright, there's so many things we can talk about in other videos in regards to how we think we'll parent, how we end up parenting, and sort of what our views and beliefs are. Okay, I want to ask you, what is one thing you've learnt from your encyclopedia that you didn't know before?
Everything.
Everything you didn't know before.
But these days I'm more interested in baby stuff, so when I see my friends who are pregnant or who has kid, they always give me some advice. So I'm always learning things from them.
Stuff.
And when I walk on the street or especially at the supermarket or somewhere, if there's baby stuff, I will check what things are there and what things
read
is
reviews
good,
about things.
And because before I didn't really care because
The other thing is we could not care about things because other people who have normal fertility can start planning before they even start trying, right? Like if they don't assume they're going to have any problems. But for us, we were in this weird sort of zone of we can't think too much about babies. We can't research anything because then not having a baby, it being impossible to have a baby, it is too heartbreaking. If we started buying baby clothes, if we started buying stuff like that, it is too heartbreaking later when it doesn't happen. So we blocked ourselves from a lot of sort of baby stuff and baby talk and thinking about the future like that. So then when we finally got pregnant, we're like, oh, I can look at the baby stuff now. I can think about this. I can talk about the future. So it's this is all starting for us right now. So just want to say again, thank you guys so much for your support, and we will keep you updated, and please continue telling your stories because we really like hearing them.
Thank you for watching our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe if you haven't already and click the bell icon. You can check out the comics on the My Korean Husband blog and the webtoon Nicholalala on webtoons.com and all that.
Or the social media.
And we'll see you
later.
Bye.
Baby. Baby.